Tonga New Zealand Residents will restart play. They have a 2-point lead, and Eko Malu gets us back. Kicking down towards the northern end here at Mount Smart Stadium. Well, Troy, thoughts on the first half? Auckland blown away in the first 10 minutes, but then slowly found their way into it.
Yep, and I think what you're going to try and see here, well, what they're wanting to display here is the 10 minutes in this first half, they're going to be on it. So Jethro Friends, you know, trying to get the momentum up. Here's a couple of good, hard running settles. And I think they're going to try and turn the momentum around, especially in the second half. So the first 10 minutes is going to be key. And look, nice drop on the inside.
Lovely line from Taylor Daniels. Eko Malu, Howie Brown,
up
sorry.
to 30, just like that.
Chris Seal, a shuffle play on. And here we go, they've exposed some space out here on this left edge now. Cole Waka steps back inside, pins the ears back. He's taken down 5 metres out from the line. And they get the penalty at the end of it. Great play from Auckland there. Interesting too, Troy, to see quite a bit of interchanging between the forwards there, particularly the props, shifting play on. Something you don't always see, particularly at local footy. Papali'i straightens. Peter Olivetti,
Nice
well, the
offload.
facial expression said it all. Offload out the back. Chris Seal now a bit of footwork. Right up against the line, Auckland. What a start to the second half it would be. Howie Brown. Taylor Daniels steps off the right.
Nice
Gets a pop
offload.
out the back. Beautiful offload. They're going to score in the corner. Auckland, are they? Yes, they are. And it is Lafu Whainganga who scores in the corner, but put it down to the brilliant offload from Taylor Daniels. Let's take a look on the upright access replay, because this was a thing of beauty. See here, Jethro Friend, Howie Brown calling the shots out on this right edge. It goes from Brown to Daniels, and then look at this. Contact, and he knows Brown's there. Pops it
Great
out
mind.
blind.
Presence of mind just to know that he was there when he popped it.
And Whainganga finishes. He probably went the hard way about it, I dare say. It's run over Eko Malu late on there. But Auckland are in front for the first time in this game.
You can hear in the chat as they're coming back to halfway as they're watching the viewers for the kick to come. I think they're happy with the start there, to say the least.
Very much so. Ideal start there for the Auckland side.
I was probably a bit naughty, Corey. I was in under the changing rooms there, and I poked my head into the Auckland room, and Grant Polkington was very even-keeled, quite calm, just talking to the boys in regards to, you know, what they wanted to do and how they needed to go about it. And by the looks of it, with the kickoff, they're certainly, you know, on the right path at this point.
And I'm fairly confident in saying that Auckland would have been the happier of the two teams going into the break. Dwayne Mann, coach of the Tonga New Zealand Residents, he would have been disappointed with the way they kind of dropped their standards.
Eased
I
off,
think
yeah.
of the back end of that first half as Howie Brown steps in, strikes it okay, and away it is. So the score remains Auckland 14, Tonga New Zealand Residents 12. And what an occasion for Dwayne Mann, coaching a game where the trophy on offer is named after his family. How good's that?
He's the man. Too easy.
I set you up with that one.
Yeah, no, thanks, mate.
So Tonga to get us back underway. And in an almost polar opposite to the first half, it's now Tonga who look a little shell-shocked coming out in this half. Auckland have started fast. Led off a couple of big hit-ups from Isaiah Papali'i. Abraham Papali'i, I should say. And Jethro Friend as well, sparking things up from the bottom of the ruck. Chris Seal.
Always constant, eh? Always on them. Really, you know, just drumming it along, drumming it along. Here he is again, you know.
We've got a nickname on the clapper. I tell you what, Jethro Friend, every play of the ball, the hands are going, and he's encouraging the boys as we see the ball now spill out the back there. I think from Taylor Daniels in the end, the error, but you're right, Troy, Jethro Friend, just always on them, always wanting to up the tempo, and it's such an important position in the modern game.
He's got his dad's DNA. Clayton was all, you know, pretty much accelerated down and always looking, eh?
Jethro spent a fair bit of time over in Australia playing for the Glebe Burwood side, as well as North Sydney in the NRL reserve grade competition. Played a couple of games for the Warriors in the ISP as well. Akani's Manukau rep. So Tonga now on the ball. Stowers. Cruz Tupo.
Tonga just seem to have lost their way a little bit here. They'll be wanting a couple of big runs.
Price goes to the line, holds on to it. Stowers wears a big shot for his trouble and then gets tripped over. Bad few seconds for Willie Stowers. Now the kick down to the corner. Scooped up nicely by Palima Siaki. Siaki looks up and all he sees is red. They take him 25 off his line. Corey Sita now coming in looking for a bit of work. Pretty quiet game so far, Corey Sita. And great to see up over 1,000 people here in attendance today.
1,202 is the final count, and that's including Craig Gray, who came through the gate. Hope they didn't count him twice.
Jethro Friend now gets to a quick play the ball. Jethro jumps out now. He's into a little bit of space here, Friend. Pokes the nose through. Last tackle coming up. Slow play the ball. Lucky to avoid a penalty there, Tonga. Siaki to Tore. Tore kicks in behind. He's the only man chasing. Danger at the back, cleaned up by Mikaeli, and not a second too soon because Jordan Tore was looming in support. And he had eyes on collecting his third try. Wouldn't that be great? A hat-trick within the first 46 minutes of the game here today. But Mikaeli does well at the back, cleans up there. Just 22 years of age. Tavita Mikaeli plays for Otahuhu.
Bit of breathing space for Tonga under a wee bit of pressure. Auckland on the attack again.
So good set there for Auckland. Professional into it as well. Here we go, winding up. Michael Key. Straight back into the heart of it. Ethan Nuka, the winger, somehow ended up in the middle of the field there. Crescil plays to his Point Chevrolet teammate Papali'i. Papali'i still driving. He's got Howie Brown there.
Out. There it is.
Got the offload away. Now, Friend, Sio's going to go to the line. This is good football from Auckland. Sio stopped 5 off the line. Jethro Friend. Swings it to his left. Tore. Tore brings Waka back in on the inside. Hasn't been heavily involved, Cole Waka, but has looked good. Every time he's touched the footy, Friend goes short side. Brave line. He's going to try and hurdle over the top. The ball's popped out, Cole Waka. There's going to be a knock-on from Auckland at the end of that, I believe. But, boy, maybe we'll catch a replay of that one if we can on the upright access replay because that was something to watch.
There you go. It was an upright access he was trying to achieve. That one's for you, Mick. Here's the replay, and he certainly launched.
I think it's Mati Tuitama who just tries to hurdle them. Gets the offload away as well, but that was some play. Not something you see every day on the rugby league field. Unfortunately, an error at the end of it.
Big thank you for Upright Access, major sponsors of the today's match. Brought to you by the Auckland Rugby League and our live stream partners, CTAS.
Malu net, and this is good defence, Auckland. They drive him back.
I think they've upped their tempo. 5
off the line. Peter Olivetti now ragdolled to the ground by his opposite number, Fianganga. The jump out of dummy half.
Whoa. Yeah, he sort of fell down underneath it.
Yeah, caught a little bit high there.
Referee said no.
Natane V wants
inside.
Tap and go. Jethro Friend very wisely deciding now is a good time to have a chat with referee McMillan. Slowing things down. Had a good first half, didn't he, Willie Stowers? Threading the line a couple of times. And an error, and Auckland are pumped. They know how big that could be. It's Schonkel that's come up with the error. Michael Key there rallying the troops, plenty of talk, and all of a sudden the body language for Auckland looking really good.
A couple of big boys there and there. Boy, there's some large men.
And even in the under-20s game earlier, Troy, I mean, some of the middle battles that have played out today, Scrum collapses at the end of it, but the ball gets out. Walker beats his first marker. Walker now runs it hard, pushes off Stowers, who recovers to take him down. Mati Tuitama.
They've been going to Corey Sita's side of the field pretty much most of the day, haven't they?
They have indeed. The left edge, the favoured edge so far for Auckland. Will that continue now? Friend jumps out. Jethro Friend. He's all but scored there. Got over the line. Was in the process of putting it down. But Tonga, take your hat off. That is brilliant defence. And they deny Jethro Friend the little barge over try.
He was pretty close. I mean, he was on his rib cage and he looked like he was about to plant. And they managed to secure the ball and steal one from him. Clayton, his dad, probably said, I'll give you $5 you score today, son. So he's just saved himself $5. Back in the days, you get 4 pineapple chunks for 2 cents. You don't know what a pineapple chunk is, do you? You don't even know what 2 cents is, Corey.
We're going into a language I'm not speaking now. Back to the rugby league. Tonga rocking it out now. Trent Shomkul been pretty strong. He's taken a knock there, has Shomkul. And his Northcote Tigers teammate, Taylor Daniels, the first to show some concern for him. And the mouth guard's coming out. So maybe a head knock here for Trent Shomkul. Time is off. And the trainer's pretty quick to get down there and check on his welfare. So it was pretty innocuous looking, wasn't it? But he's taken a bit of a hit here, Shomkul.
Trainer's right in on him. Just checking that out. And if you are wanting to see a lot of the replays, they're all uploaded into the Auckland Rugby League YouTube channel. And I had to get as many rugby leagues out as I could there. Be able to see all of the action replays on the ARL TV YouTube channel.
We can see on the sideline here, Mafu Briggs preparing to get his boarding pass back into the game. And as the medical staff attending to the player on the ground there, we might pan across. Here we go to the Auckland team who are ready and set up to go. Perhaps
just setting him up.
So good to see Shomkul now being helped up from the ground. A look at some of the key players so far, Troy. Hard to go past Jordan Tuore in the halves for Auckland. He's been fantastic. 2 tries, but has really tested with his brave runs to the line. He's just kept that Tongan defence guessing, hasn't he?
Absolutely. Every time he's had the ball, you know, they've put their defenders in 2 minds, and that's turned out to be a weapon for them today. I've also liked to look at Jethro Friend. He's certainly had a big impact on the pace of the game.
So Trent Shomkul back up to his feet. Mafu Briggs has to go back to the bench. And so Shomkul will get up and play the ball. So great to see him back out there. Daniel Palavi now. Look at the line speed from Auckland. They say, come here, Nella. Swarming defence. Jamal Hunt back on the park as well for Auckland. Chris Seal as well, Troy. A real key to this Auckland revival after the first 10 minutes. Siaki now back to collect. That's messy from Siaki. Has it gone back? Yes, it has. Boy, he dodged the bullet there.
Swarmed by Tongan defence now. Looks like the guys have got their tails up. They're going to need to show some energy here.
And 52 minutes gone. We are yet to see the bolter from Bayroskal on the field. Moses Oje.
Oje, I met you last night. We've got your pronunciation right, I bet.
Howie Brown finds Taylor Daniels. Daniels goes to the line. He had Jamal Hunt Lumen on his left, instead took the tackle.
Taylor Daniels a bit quiet in the first half, certainly making himself known in this half.
Jamal Hunt's put that one down now. It's been spilt. It's going to be a Tongan ball at the end of it. Joseph Price chasing Crescillo around. Good to see the boys having a bit of fun there as well. But Troy, I'm not convinced Taylor Daniels anywhere near 100%.
No.
Just lacking that little bit of speed off the mark that we usually see.
Managed to get a fine offload earlier. You know, had defenders all over him. We had great presence of mind to be able to pop that, and you know that just comes with experience. So proven in the second half. You know, valuable that he's on the field, and obviously you know carrying a wee bit of a knee injury there. But I'm sure that halfway through the season he'll be able to take care of that as they get down to the business end.
We mentioned earlier that Tonga are very much treating this as a build-up, the start of, I guess, the next World Cup cycle for them. The last tournament, 24-man squad, 17 of them from Auckland Rugby League club. So that just shows how important the Auckland system is to this Tongan team, whether it's a residents team or mate ma'a. Some of those wonderful players to play for Tonga at the last World Cup. Manu Ma'u from Marist, David Fusitua also from Marist, Ata Hingano, the Pakuranga Jaguar, the likes of Siosiua Takiahau from Otara, and of course the big fella, Jason Tomololo, the Otahu Leopard. Malu turns Shomkul back inside. That's a nice line from Shomkul, who carries strongly, still driving the legs, Trent Shomkul. Auckland now under a bit of defensive pressure. Natane V jumps off the back of it. Ball spilt out. And penalty is the call. There was a hand in there, which is what propelled the ball. So Tonga get the penalty there. Jamal Hunt, I think the man penalised, but an unhappy couple of minutes for Jamal Hunt. Dropped the ball earlier.
Yeah, Jethro's probably asking the question. Well, there's only one man in the tackle, so...
I think potentially the issue there more that Jamal may not have been square at marker as he's made that play there.
Bit of support for the referee from the grandstand on the far side. And you could probably pick that up on our audio. That man is 150 metres away from us.
And Willie Stowers has come up to fairly ask the question here, what is taking so long? Because Jethro Friend has dead set bought his team a minute's rest there. So that is great captaincy from the Howick Hornets skipper. Stowers kicks the touch. They're going to start this set 15 out from the line. Auckland lead by 2, their first lead of the match. Peter Olivetti gets us back underway. Trent Shomkul, down injured a couple of minutes ago. Nothing wrong with him now. Had a couple of fine touches, but look at that. Great defence. No surprise to see number 21 in there as well. Out the back it goes. That's an error. Michael Keys scooped it up. Great defence from Auckland. And hang on, there was something thrown in there. Makahili, here we go. It's going to kick off.
This is where a little bit of frustration starts to come into the match.
Simone Makahili, I'm not going to say it was a punchy through, but there was certainly a hand of some sort directed at one of the Auckland players here. We're going to have time off.
See a bit of a replay on that if we can. Maybe a little bit too far into the footage.
And we're going to catch the blue at the end, which you see there, Jordan Torre having a quick chat to the referee. A number of these boys, of course, teammates at club level as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So plenty of friendly banter going on out there. We can see that time between Jamal Hunt and Willie Stowers. We're going to see it here.
Went high there.
And it's this one here that I'm not sure about from Makahili. It's certainly not a punch. We'll call it a couple of slaps from Big Simone, I think. And the Auckland boys did not appreciate it. I'll tell you what, Chris Seo was pretty quick to wrap Simone up. Probably the biggest player on the park today, I think, Makahili. Be between him and Big Papali'i for Auckland. So, at the end of the talking to, we're going to resume play. Jordan Taure is going to kick for touch. Penalty to Auckland. Tuikama gets the set rolling. Going to stand up for Point Chev this year. He really has. So dangerous on that edge now. And here he is. The man on the field, the bolter from Bayroskil, Moses Oje, the sole representative from the second division. His first carry is a good one. He is a big body, a raw talent, and now Big Simone Makahili's gone high again. He's got away with it. Jethro Friend jumps out of dummy half. Plays at the line, Jamal Hunt, monstered to the ground. Needs to be careful here, Makahili. He is towing a fine line. Friend, back to the middle of the park. Key. Jethro Friend gets whacked. 10 metres out. Last tackle play coming up. Jamal Hunt's the dummy half.
Trying to slow it down. That's sloppy.
And, yeah, I mean, you can, to some extent, probably give someone a little pass there to get out of the play the ball, but Makahili taking too long that time. Time is off. We're going to have a talking to here. Tonga's discipline a real concern in the last couple of minutes, in particular one player.
So I've got to say this, otherwise the opportunity will go missing. Met Oje last night at the Auckland Rugby League captain's run. And he said, when I come in off the bench...
We've seen a sin binning here, Troy. Sorry to interrupt you, but Simoni Makahili is going to be sin binned.
Happy.
So with 23 minutes to go, Tonga are set to play the next 10 minutes with 12.
That's a tough day at the office. So OJ wanted me to shout out, when I come off the bench, call me the Beast. Well, the Beast is on. He's had a good first carry. And let's hope that he gets a few more in before the end of the clock runs out.
The Beast is looking pretty hungry here. I dare say the Beast is about to rip in. So I hope Tonga have got that message, because look at him, OJ. He can't wait. Come up from the Bay Roscoe team. He's been a standout in that team. One of the best players in the Sharman Cup, and rightfully earned his spot in the Auckland team. Shout out as well to Auckland assistant coach TJ Ashford, who I guess was the big pusher for OJ's inclusion. So penalty Auckland, time back on. They're playing against 12 men. How important is that moment going to be? Jamal Hunt gets things going. Jamal Hunt gone very close, just short of the line now. Jethro Friend is at dummy half. Brings play back towards the middle. Tore. They come down the left edge again. They love it down this side. Siaki gets the offload away. Cole Waka. Cole Waka's in. Slams the ball down. Grounding okay. Referee McMillan points to the spot. Auckland are in. Let's take a look now on the upright access replay in Troy. We mentioned it before. The left edge, it's their favourite edge. Some classy players living out there, but surprise, surprise, Jordan Tore, the player involved yet again. Nice work here from...
this guy turned him inside, outside. You heard him guessing both sides of the field, and great offload.
And then from there, Cole Waka has to squeeze
he still
through.
had a bit of work to do, didn't he?
Yep. Does well to hold on to the ball there as well in greasy conditions here at Mount Smart. Cole Waka, a really cool story. This year, he was named the New Zealand Defence Force Sports Person of the Year. Now, you think about some of the fantastic athletes that we've got in the Defence Forces. A huge honour for Cole Waka. He's also played the majority of the year with the Vodafone Warriors ISP team. He was North Coast's highest try scorer last year, and he's having a wonderful year as Cole Waka. And, well, it just got a little bit better. A try on Auckland debut for Cole Waka. So big kick here to make it a 2-score lead. Howie Brown. The breeze fairly well disappeared from Mount Smart Stadium here. Brown eyes it up. And he's hit it, Howie Brown. That's a huge conversion. It takes Auckland out to an 8-point lead here at Mount Smart Stadium. And Tonga, with about 8 minutes left, probably with 12 men. How important is that sim binning going to prove? Mafu Briggs now getting a belated boarding pass. He was due to come on for Trent Shomkel a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I think that's the telling question, Corey. You know, having one man down against an Auckland side of this calibre may well prove to be quite difficult to contend with, especially over the next 8 minutes, and we're going to see them complete probably a couple of more sets here. Kind of get the feeling they've got their tails up a wee bit. Yeah, and he took 4 defenders there, 3 defenders. Here they go again. Oh, big contact.
Big contact from the Beast nonetheless. OJ, his second carry of the game now. Tore turns back inside to Tuitama.
Nice drop on the inside.
Jamal Hunt, little change of direction there, just puts the defence on the wrong foot.
Don't be surprised they go left, and there it is.
Tore, Siaki following in. Well read at the back though by Mikaeli, who did well to hold on to the ball as well. Siaki put a shot on him. So good defence that time from Tonga. They've got to complete their sets here. Chew up as much of this clock as they can. No one to play the ball there. Eventually they get there, offload out the back. Shomkel is the man to pick it up. He'll have to take a settler. Rielu Buchanan back onto the field as well. Short kick from Tonga. They didn't get what they wanted out of that one. Tough work for the visitors here. Siaki returns it nicely as well. He's been good today at the back, has Polima. The try scorer, Waka. Howie Brown to Oje. Tuitama to Waka. Waka holds it up just a little bit. Corey Sita in the corner with the athletic finish. And Corey Sita finishes. And Auckland are well and truly on top.
Big collision there. 3 defenders on. Quick play the ball.
Friend. Just that great vision again, but Jordan Tore hands it off to...
Double pump, wasn't it, before he let it go?
And it's the footwork of Waka, isn't it? Just holds it up, gets the ball out the back. I tell you what, if we're doing bets on man of the match, I think Jordan Tore has got my vote. He's been fantastic. He's had a hand in every single one of these Auckland tries. He's been nothing but class down that left edge. So another big kick really for Howie Brown from almost exactly the same spot. This would take it out to a 3-score lead. Tonga, they've been fighting bravely with only 12 men, but...
Wonder how much time's on that.
It can't be long.
Big thank you to the Auckland Rugby League Board for having the wisdom to back the live streaming as we go every weekend, Corey, right through to the major and minor finals of the SAS Memorial, Fox Memorial for 2018. So we've got a double header next week.
Brown from the sideline and away to the left. So the score remains Auckland 24, Tonga New Zealand Residents 12. And the inaugural Upright Access Man Cup. It's Auckland in control, but there's life left in this game yet. Particularly once Tonga get back to their full complement. They are not done.
Ball sits up.
The back fence, Taylor Daniels.
Is it Taylor Daniels or is it the Beast?
In fact, you're right, it is Oje. And hang on, what's happened here? A little bit of push and shove. Reece Charlie then wears a shot.
Just has to have some patience, you know.
And there's a little heat in this one.
They've got the penalty, don't go and squander it.
So Tore kicks for touch. Waka gets us back underway. Tuitama. 40 out from the line. First time Auckland have played in Auckland in a long, long time.
All over them.
And if they hold on for the win, it's going to be the first Auckland win in a long, long time as well. Oje now is throwing around an accusation of an eye gouge here, I think. He's not happy at all. Jethro Friend just saying, boys, calm down.
Yeah, cooler heads prevail.
12 points up. There's no need for them to be getting involved in that.
Just hearing in the background there, the Tonga NZ Residents asking about the sin bin.
So Daniel Palavi getting the talking to there. Referee McMillan just keeping this one in check. Jamal Hunt will get us back underway. Brave man that takes a hit up. After all that, Hunt almost gets put into a bad position. Safely landed though by the Tongans. Reece Charlie plays at the line now. Tore goes short. Tuitama to Waka. Waka with that little bit of footwork. This time contained nicely by Willie Stowers, who's had a tough afternoon down that corridor defensively. They have targeted Willie Stowers. Friend turns
Oh.
Charlie back on the inside. Ma'afu Briggs, good contact up top.
Just wanting them to cross in the back there. Don't think he picked it up. It's a shocker. Great pick
Howie
up.
Brown scoops it up. Broken play. They're dangerous here, Auckland. Howie Brown goes very close. Eko Malu finishes in over the top. Crucial intervention from Malu. And Jordan Tore, well, that is the first blight on his game, and I dare say the pass out of dummy half was nothing to write home about. So Tore puts that one down. Nakahili preparing to come back on from the sin bin. His stint in the naughty bin all but over. And strangely, it looks like the Tonga New Zealand residents are actually going to substitute Makahili after he's had 10 minutes rest here. So whether that's a tactical change or not, it does look like the man to come onto the field will probably be Cruz Tupo. High shot here over the top, I think, and there's a Tongan player down, and he's in a fair bit of discomfort here. So time is off. Let's take a look at what happened here. We couldn't catch it live.
And let's play the ball.
Oh, and it's big contact in over the top from Auger. And so we're going to wait to see what comes of this. From first look, Troy probably perhaps could say that was a shoulder charge. Didn't really wrap the arm too much, so we're going to wait to hear what's happened here. Papali'i making his way back onto the field as well.
And so it's probably a lot more easier for us, as we've talked about in the past. You know, we get the luxury of the action replay and slow-mo, where the referee's calling it as he sees it.
And even live, we didn't get sight of that one. It's only on the replay that we can see what happened there. So it looks like we'll have play on here from a scrum.
He looks a bit ginger. Tongan players coming off the two trainers.
So we're just waiting for confirmation of who the player is. Looks at first glance like it could be Tavita Mikaeli, being helped off by trainer Hamiloaki.
Get a number. I'll ask.
So scrum to pack down now. After a prolonged pause in play for the injured player to be taken from the field. It is an Auckland feed. And it is Mikaeli who has gone off the field looking fairly ginger indeed. So not what they need at this point, Tonga. Scrum taking an age to
Reset.
pack down. Simon Loafalialo.
So Tongan back to 13 now, Corey.
Tonga back to their full complement indeed. Papali'i taking 20 off the line. Tore shuffles on. Love to see the tackle stats for this Tongan right edge, because boy, they have been peppered. Tuitama now not happy about something on the tackle. Jamal Hunt taken up high by Sione Tongia. Jamal won't mind. 5 off the line. Howie Brown now shuffles play on. Here we go, Auckland, they're in again. Lafu Fianganga is in for his second try of the game. And just isolated them on the edge here. Let's take a look at the upright access replay. It's a good carry initially by Jamal Hunt.
He's worked hard all day, hasn't he, Jamal?
Howie Brown does well to reel that one in, shuffles play on, and then from here, it's one-on-one. Olivetti's got to make a decision, goes high, can't hold on, and over he goes, Auckland in again. Is that the try that seals the win for Auckland? Another who's had a really good game today is Howie Brown, especially after being called in late. He was 18th man last night before Reece Joyce pulled out. He's the captain of his club team, the Mangere East Hawks, representing counties. Spent some time in Queensland as well with the Mackay Cutters. But he's played his role well today. Jordan Tuore, the dominant half, obviously, but Howard Brown done everything asked of him. And you can add the conversion to that list of things. And it is Auckland who lead 30 points to 12 over the Tonga New Zealand Residents. 10 minutes to go here at Mount Smart Stadium. Stowers gets us back. Papali'i pops the ball out the back. It's a bobble from Howard Brown. They've got away with that one, Auckland. They'd look to have gone forward. The Auckland forwards really just continuing to stamp their authority on this one. They've been fantastic by the first 10 minutes, have the Auckland forwards soundly beaten in that one. And as a result, Tonga got 12 points on the board, but their reply has been perfect, hasn't it, Troy?
Absolutely. I think the team took good night on the left edge again.
Tuore dinks a little kick in over the top. Chase is good from Auckland, but it's cleaned up by Cruz Tupou. He's played for the Papakura Sea Eagles and Manurewa Marlins, another of the county's reps in this team.
Just touching on, I think, from their halftime talk about coming up and, you know, setting themselves up for the first 10 minutes. I think they did that. And then obviously the Tongan bin probably played into their hands.
Absolutely.
You know, and they had 12 players on.
Yep, the sin bin came at a crucial time, and Tonga conceded 2 tries in that period. So we're inside the final 10 minutes here at Mount Smart Stadium. Natane V, who was so threatening early on, off the back of a dominant forward pack. Klima Siaki back to collect. He's going to throw this one to Simon Luafalialo. Big carry forward there, Natane V digging the shoulder in, along with Eko Malu. Chris Seal hands off to Rielu Buchanan. He was pretty busy in the first half, wasn't he? But he's come out to his right edge in the second half. We haven't seen so much of him with Auckland's
hard run.
Love of the left.
Look for an offload.
He's still gone. Abraham Papali'i. Oh, don't worry about the offload. Abraham Papali'i. He runs it in. And what a carry from the big fella under the posts.
Just about this point we were saying maybe looking for an offload, and you're right, Corey, he didn't need one. He just basically put the turbo jets on.
Well, he had no right to go right through, Troy. You were correct to call for the offload, but big Papali'i, look at this, beats 1. Beats 2.
It's just him in a sea of red.
Beats 3. At this point, he's laughing at them. Shakes out of another one, dummies to his left, and then he says, I am in. The chase coming across from Tonga, but it is in vain.
I think the Papali'i, just back to the replay. This replay is going to get absolutely thrashed, and you can pick up on all the footage on today's match and the earlier curtain raiser on the Auckland Rugby League YouTube channel, and get to that via aucklandleague.co.nz.
Wasn't that an awesome game, the curtain raiser? 24 all between the Auckland Māori under-20 and Toa Samoa Invitational under-20. It was a late penalty which sealed a draw for the Auckland Māori team. Howie Brown now to attempt this conversion from in front of the posts. But it's been a great day for Auckland Rugby League. The Auckland Vulcans winning at the National Women's Tournament earlier today, 16-0 over Canterbury. And the men's team about to pick up their first victory in quite some time. A couple of losses in recent times to Māori teams. But there's been no stopping them today, Auckland. A dominant performance in the middle of the park. They've attacked the left edge often and with success. Been able to expose some weaknesses in this Tonga New Zealand Residents team. Shout out to the coaching staff as well. Grant Pocklington, who hasn't been involved in local footy directly this year, but has come on board with the Auckland team. And Troy, I know from our chats we've had with him, not only is he a great coach, but he gets the concept and really values the Auckland jersey, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's a bit of a traditionalist. You know, he knows about back in the day of the Auckland jersey and what it meant. And I know that, you know, during the last couple of weeks, he's shared those views with the players that are out there tonight on the field. Big shout out to Francis Leota as well. I understand he's been down to every single training as Big Francis, and Grant told me last night Francis has been talking to them in 1980s language. So I'm pretty sure the boys would have known what that looked like at training.
Imagine what that would entail. Reece Charlie fighting his way through. We're getting to, I guess, man of the match sort of decision territory, Troy, and the front runners so far for this Auckland team. I've already highlighted Jordan Tuore as probably my most likely candidate. Yourself?
Jordan, I like what Jethro's done today. He's, you know, he's changed the pace in the second half. They knew that he had to come out and execute the plan, and having a great
just
try.
To say that, Simon Luafalialo is going to score in the corner. And there it is, the cherry on top for Auckland. Howie Brown plays off to Raiulu Buchanan, who gets to a quick play of the ball. That's the key. And Jethro Friend, who Troy's just highlighted, jumps left, goes right, and then it's classy. Simon Luafalialo, well, he's too experienced here, knows exactly how to finish, dummies back on the inside, and goes over for the try. It's a big scoreline for the Auckland Premier team. They are back with a bang. Do stay with us post-match, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be bringing you the Mitre 10 player of the match, as well as presenting the Upright Access Man Cup, the first ever of its kind to the Auckland Premier team. A dominant performance today. After being overrun in the first 10 minutes, the Auckland forwards have owned up a couple of huge performances. In particular, Chris Seal off the bench, who really changed the pace of the game when he came on. Abraham Papali'i as well, who was uncompromising in the middle of the park. Howard Brown now to attempt the conversion from up against the sideline. A big thank you to the more than 1,200 people who have rocked up to Mount Smart Stadium today to witness this one. Brown's kick short and to the left, so it remains Auckland 40, Tonga New Zealand Residents 12. Do keep an eye on aucklandleague.co.nz post-match. We will have match reports from both games, as well as photos from all of the action today. A huge day for the inaugural Upright Access Man Cup. Tonga taking their time to get back. They've been well beat, in particular in the second half. They had to do 10 minutes of it with only 12 men. But have been beaten by a well-drilled Auckland team today. Papali'i now decides he'll do a bit of playmaking at the line. Why not? He's done everything else today. Big up and in contact there. I think Sione Tongi leading the charge. He opened the scoring today. We haven't seen a lot of him since. Fighting for a quick play of the ball here, and now a few words being exchanged at the play of the ball. Surprise, surprise, Simone Makahili's at the heart of it. Oje jumps out of dummy half. Oje now goes down the short side. Makes some good yardage as well. They're up over halfway, Auckland. 2.5 minutes to go. And Oje's not happy about that again, and it's Makahili once again who is at the centre of it. He's been nothing but trouble today, that man. Moses Oje being told to go away by his Auckland teammates. The game is won, 40 points to 12. You've dominated this Tongan team, and they don't want a bar of it. OJ still wants to chat. Shout out to our referee, Chris McMillan, who has controlled this game beautifully today. Has refereed things very well, has kept things tepid when they threatened to boil over. Rightfully Sinbin Makahili for what was a string of penalties earlier in the game. So 2.5 minutes to go. We're going to get a long lecture here, one of many today. Daniel Plavi and Jethro Friend becoming accustomed to these. A big thank you to all of you who have tuned in today or attended down here at Mount Smart Stadium. Thankfully the rain for the most part has held off. So Jordan Tuore making his way to the sideline now. And let's hope cool heads prevail here and we don't see anything silly in the final 2 minutes here now. I know I certainly wouldn't be running in the direction of one Mr. Makahili. Tuore taps and goes. Jamal Hunt says, I'll put my hand up. Makahili leads with the shoulder and then flops in late. That is silly. Ridiculous stuff from Makahili, who needs to go and take a seat because this is getting out of hand now from him. Jethro Friend jumps out of dummy half. High shot again from Makahili. Needs to be sent from the field. This is ridiculous. He's on a mission, and not the good kind either. Charlie now heads down the short side. Friend. They'll play the ball inside the final minute here at Mount Smart Stadium. Tuore shifts play on. They're going to go to the edge here now. The right edge getting some love. They dribble a little kick in behind. Simon Lua-Falialo chasing. It's going to go dead, and that's just about going to do us here at Mount Smart Stadium. Tonga keen to get things back underway. 40 points to 12, looking to rescue some pride out of this one. The tap and go from Aquila Tuha. Olivetti jumps out. He's been classy today, has Peter Olivetti, with limited opportunities. He's done well in the centres. Vastly experienced, of course, now playing his footy with the Mount Albert Lions. Nella Palavi as well, another who can hold his head high. The captain has led from the front. Soifele. Back to the middle, Malu, look out, left edge they come, right edge I should say, Ma'afu Briggs holds it up, he's met in a heavy tackle down low by Auger. Ball scooped up, and with 20 seconds to go, that might be all we get today. Do stay with us post-match. We are going to have the presentation of the Upright Access Man Cup, as well as the Mitre 10 Man of the Match. Auckland are back, and Auckland are winners. Auckland 40, Tonga New Zealand Residents 12. We're going to take a short break before we get into the post-match presentations.
Swag for Cameron.
Well, thank you for your attention this Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, please give both teams a round of applause. Auckland and Tonga Residents. Can I please introduce the official party? From the Auckland Rugby League Chairman Cameron McGregor, Don Mann Senior representing the Mann family, Simon Burden representing Grove Hardware, Mitre 10 General Manager, Trade Sales, and Mr Mick Curran, the GM Upright Access, who are the game sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, can I please welcome Cameron McGregor, Chairman of Auckland Rugby League, to say a few words.
Thank you, Gordon. Just a big welcome on behalf of the Auckland Rugby League. Greg Firewood, the General Manager of the Auckland Rugby League, came to the board some time ago with a proposal that this weekend be dedicated to representative football. And I'm very pleased that the board of the Auckland Rugby League decided to accept that, and the seeds for today's game award. Thank you, boys. And that's the Tonga team as well, for your efforts here today. It's the first time we've had an Auckland Red team playing for Auckland Gunners for some time. So well done. And thank you to the officials and all the Auckland Rugby League people who have made today possible. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we wouldn't be able to do things like this without the sponsors, and the sponsor for today's match, Mr Mick Curran from Upright Access.
Hello everybody, it's just my pleasure to be the first ever sponsor of the Men Cup. Congratulations to all. Congratulations to Thank you.
Thank you, Before I welcome our next speaker, on the 3rd of February this year, Cyclone Gita devastated the Blue Lions of Tonga. Glenfield United 10 Mega quickly sensed an opportunity to help, teamed up with the Vodafone Warriors and donated almost $20,000 worth of building supplies to rebuild a couple of schools. The Auckland Rugby League wanted to acknowledge this wonderful act of kindness by recognising them today. They are now proud supporters of the Auckland versus Tonga NZ Residents annual fixture, player of the match. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Grove Hardware's Mitre 10 General Manager, Trade Sales, Simon Burton.
Thank you very much. We were humbled and pleased when we got the call to put our name against the man of the match for today. Look, when we heard about the cyclone in Tonga, we just jumped on the chance to be involved, especially to partner with the Warriors. So, look, hopefully what we've done is going to lead way to the rebuild. The man of the match for today is Jethro Free.
Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we make the presentation of the man up to the winning team, could I ask the captain of Tonga to come forward and say a few words? Ladies and gentlemen, Tonga!
First of all, I'd just like to thank the Heavenly Father for bringing us all safely here today. I'd like to thank Auckland for the good game. Yeah, we were teammates in the box and it was good. The injuries, and I'd like to thank my brothers and my Tonga. I'd like to thank the coach as well, everyone for the staff, and just thank the supporters and all the families for coming out today. Cheers.
Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, obviously the man cup has been played for today, and this is the annual event. So, ladies and gentlemen, could I please welcome Mr. Don Mann Senior to come forward to present the Man Trophy to the winning team in Auckland. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a few words from the captain of Auckland, Jethro Free.
Yeah, first of all, thanks to the Tongan side. Man, it was a tough first 15 minutes. I was blown, I didn't want to be on the field. I was looking for a sub. Just the passion and pride you show for your country, your culture, second to none. Despite the score sort of blown out at the end, it was a tough match the whole time. Credit to our boys for fighting through that tough time and coming in winners. Yeah, in terms of the man of the match, that's a team effort, it's a team award. Yeah, thanks to the fans, supporters, family, and some of the students and teachers over there. Thanks for coming, I appreciate it. I hope everyone has a good weekend and a safe long weekend. Yeah, thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your attendance here today at Mount Stadium for the Auckland versus Tonga Residents. We look forward to doing it all again next year. Thank you so much for supporting Auckland Rugby League, and we'll see you around the fun games. Thank you.
But to be honest, I want to be here.
Oh, wait for my hoodie. Till we meet again. Yes. Yeah, put the hoodie on, no one wants to see your face. Which camera? Which camera? Is this on Instagram? Tag me in it, Instagram.
So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. There are the post-match presentations. Jethro Friend, the Mitre 10 man of the match and Auckland winners of the Upright Access Man Cup. Thank you very much for joining us today. That's all for our coverage from Mount Smart Stadium. We will see you again this coming weekend. We will be back to SAS Fox Memorial Premiership coverage. See you then.
Inside edge on where you can watch the action live and free. Head up aucklandleague.co.nz. Live league action. aucklandleague.co.nz.